Hey Ben and Chris, this is video round 3. You'll have to, well, stuff happens. I hated the first video, the second video didn't record right, and so we're trying this again. If not, it's strike 3. I'm gonna just try again another day. Anyway, Ben, in response to you asking about the dragon paperweight thing, like fucking three weeks ago, honestly, it's actually a wine bottle holder. I guess you could use it to hold papers down if you live in extraordinarily windy offices, if you work out of an extraordinarily windy office. But it's a dragon laying on his back, drinking a bottle of wine, and it's great. I love it. It's Christina's. It was given to her by like her best friend in the world. It's a super cool girl that I've spoken to a few times, but never actually formally met. Anyway, she's a great person. She has cool stuff. Gives us cool stuff. Anyway. Addressing the flying to Texas thing, like Christina flying back and forth to Texas. Part of the stipulation for Christina being able to move out here with Marcy was that we actually got sued whenever her biological, Marcy's paternal grandparents found out that we were trying to move to California, so they had her biological father sue us for rights to keep Christina and Marcy in Texas, which was extraordinarily shitty. I was on deployment at the time, so there's nothing I could do to help, really. But we wound up winning, kinda, and but now the stipulation is we have to fly Marcy to Texas and back every other month for like 6 days at a time or something. So Christina flies out normally like Saturday morning and flies back on Sunday evening, which is kind of cool. I mean, we get like I get a free weekend anyway. This last time was interesting because the airlines canceled our flight without telling us. Well, they canceled her flight without telling us, and they're like, "All right, well, the flight's canceled. You're not going anywhere." And rather than reschedule, they just were like, "All right, we'll deal with it." I thought that was really shitty on their part. They didn't really notify us very well, and it's Spirit Airlines. So if you have to deal with Spirit Airlines, they're very cheap, but you get what you pay for. Deal with that. Anyway, it worked out to where we just drop Marcy off with Papa and Dawn for another week or so. It kind of shook out in our favor though, because now I get to do a 5K with Christina that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise, which is happening later today. I'm running a 5K later today, which I'm not a runner. I'm not a runner by any standard, really. I don't like moderate to low intensity, steady state cardio at all. It trains your body to store fat better, because you basically go into starvation mode, dealing with the caloric deficit. So your body learns how to store fat better. And I don't really need any help with that. Honestly, I like lifting weights, and I do a lot of like lower back and upper back and really just back and legs. Lots of lower body exercises because that's where all your really big muscles are. So I totally agree with you on that, Ben. I don't like doing arms or really like front muscles because one, I think they're vain, and two, they're pretty small, so they don't really do the same for your metabolism. I read a lot of there's a like bodybuilding forum, pretty much. It's called T Nation or Testosterone Nation. I'll plug them real quick. They're it's a bunch of doctors and these physical trainers that have been doing this stuff for years, and they just write articles and stuff, and they talk about like what supplements work and how to. They give you a lot of exercise plans. They make fun of CrossFit a lot, which I like. I like making fun of CrossFit, though it's probably done more for Olympic lifting than Olympic lifting has done for itself ever. Although they don't really emphasize form so much. They're like, we're gonna do 35 jumping squat lunge overhead presses in 2 minutes, and after that we're gonna go straight into kipping pull-ups with leg extensions for another 2 minutes. So apart from the injuries that occur doing CrossFit, it's actually a pretty good workout, and a lot of people have gotten in really good shape doing it. Let's see. As far as like what electronic music has done lately, I haven't really been following it much. I got into it probably 4 years ago or so, when I was listening to stuff like Goldfrapp, and lately I've switched over to a lot of like electro house kind of things, like Deadmau5 and Scream with a K. That's like Skream. He's really good too. He's one of the original dubsteppers, but a lot of his stuff is kind of housey too. Dubstep was interesting. I like it. You know, it's kind of heavy and it's really powerful sounding, but it was real gimmicky. You know, a lot of bands really went into it. Like Muse did a few songs where they were just like, it was almost straight dubstep. And Muse isn't really an electronic band. Korn did a whole album with a lot of dubstep artists, and it was good. You know, it made their music heavier. If you can get heavier with Korn, I mean, they're probably one of the heaviest alt metal bands. So it was cool. It was interesting to see how they work together, but I don't really care much for dubstep these days. I haven't listened to a whole lot of like just. If I do listen to electronic music, I'm not really paying attention to who it is, you know, because there are so many DJs, because everyone has a Mac and they all make their own music. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a dubstepper. And, like, I don't even bother trying to find out a good artist to follow. Like Flux Pavilion is good, and Excision and Downlink, those guys are cool. But I listen to a lot of death metal, you know, because it's angry and it's real high energy, and you know, from the amount of frustration and stress that you get from work and stuff, it's a good outlet. I wouldn't recommend listening to it in traffic because it's not going to do good things for you. Chris, I'm pretty jealous of you working 7 hours at a time. Like, I understand how shitty that is while you're in it, but my days now are like 14 hours, like 11 to 14 hours. So I'm kind of jealous of the whole 7-hour thing. I don't really remember what else I was going to talk about. Let's see. Some cool things I think to check out would be like songs in G major. Like there's one video of the Goatee song, like it's somebody that I used to know, but it's done in G major, which is this whole terrifying dissonant key. And it's really hard to listen to, but I love it, honestly. I've gotten a lot more into like really brutal, kind of scary music, you know, which is bad, I guess, you know, but I mean, I love it. It's cool. Your brain gets used to it, and then you start looking for more brutal, creepy things. But I definitely recommend it. At least watch it, once, just for the experience. It's goatee and done by Songs in G major. It's called Somebody That I Used to Know in G major. It'll probably show up on this channel. Honestly, I've watched it a lot. I had other stuff, but I've since forgotten it. Since trying to record these like 2 hours ago, my phone's been a little finicky and just different things. Let's see. I found out recently that the legalman job that I'd be going for, like, it's basically a paralegal for the Navy, but the naval school that they send you to learn the job will actually get you an associate's degree in like paralegal studies or paralegal whatever. So that's cool. I'm really, while I'm in, I'm just trying to collect all the certifications and stuff that I can. I've got like physics and math and calculus and algebra, stuff like that. So if I can get like English and the compositions and creative writing and stuff like that through the Navy, then I'm absolutely going to. I'm still not really sure what I want to do, honestly. Like, if I could just go work for a Harley Davidson shop building and fixing Harleys, then that'd be good. I mean, I really, honestly, all things two-wheeled I love, so, except scooters. But so really, if I could just build motorcycles my whole life and get paid money for it, that'd be sick. I don't really know what I want to do otherwise. Let's see. Don't really have a lot going on today. I'm just probably gonna get some furniture and stuff, hang out with the wife. Also, let's see, it's been like almost a full week since we've gotten another video up, so I'm trying to hopefully we get the ball rolling again. We all kind of fell off collectively. I don't know what happened. I mean, I know what happened with me. I just didn't feel like I didn't want to take the time to do it, honestly, especially now with my phone being weird. So hopefully we get that going again. I would really like to. That's about all I got. I had more. Sorry, I forgot it. It's gotten lost between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock this morning. So I'll see y'all later, or tomorrow, or as soon as I can.